What's going on, everybody? It is an awesome Sunday night out there. Go ahead and pop out the chat here. I'm here with Joel. My name is Ryan.
We were jamming.
We were jamming to that music for a little while there, but we're Michigan Storm Chasers here. We're going to go over the upcoming week as far as temperatures, precip, storm chances, etc. So, welcome to the stream. Be sure to smash that like button for us. We would appreciate that a lot. We got Tony, Crystal, Mike, Teresa, Bob, Jade, Erica, Bethany. What's up, guys? Cindy, Joshua, Ashley, Dawn, Sherry, Kaylin. What's up, guys? Good evening to everybody. I missed some of you guys, but welcome to the stream. So we got a few things to talk about, starting with tomorrow. We do have an entire state general thunderstorm risk tomorrow. Now, no severe is currently expected. However, we are kind of monitoring tomorrow for maybe one or two rogue cells that may become strong to severe. It's a low chance of that happening. You have to have a couple things come together to make that happen. But the SPC also mentions perhaps a corridor of the marginal risk being brought back somewhere in the region. For Michigan, not for Michigan, yet to be seen. But going to the model here for the afternoon run of the HRRR, we're going to see a few different solutions here, mainly the HRRR showing more development tomorrow. Zoom this into tomorrow afternoon, right about 3 or so p.m. Eastern time. We see scattered development up here in the UP as well as parts of the lower peninsula. So with that being said, that's just one model solution. This model says UP has higher coverage, scattered coverage down there in the lower peninsula. 4 p.m. here. Here's 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And then as we get to the evening, that coverage will die down here, especially past 10. We lose the daytime heating. We lose the storms. That's the HRRR model. NAM3 also shows a similar picture, more coverage in the lower peninsula. Moving that into tomorrow afternoon. Here is 3 o'clock here. It's a bit drier on this model. But we go to 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We have stuff popping up in the UP as well as up toward Alpena, as well as toward Mount Pleasant, Tri-City, all the way back here toward Grand Rapids. So the general consensus is scattered thunderstorm development tomorrow across the entire state. Again, probably the majority of us will stay on the drier side of things, but definitely potential across statewide for pop-ups. Now, the environment tomorrow does not really look supportive of severe weather. It's going to take a few things to come together to get that. So it's a low chance. And if anything were to happen, strong gusty winds, perhaps severe winds, would be your primary concern. No concern for anything tornadic. And then the hail threat appears to be quite low with tomorrow. All right. So prepare for storms tomorrow. All right. After that, though, tomorrow's high will be roughly right around 90 for most of us. The further north you go, or if you're by a lake, that's going to drop it down a few temps, or a few degrees, should I say. So expect mid to upper 80s statewide, with some areas making a run toward 90, especially further to the south. Now, we go into the midweek time frame, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're going to be tracking tropical storm / hurricane Beryl. Right now, the National Hurricane Center does have Michigan within the cone of what we call the cone of uncertainty. So they have a pretty good consensus that the track is going to bring it up somewhere in the Great Lakes region, Midwest, like Indiana, Illinois there. But past that, it's kind of, like a spaghetti. It kind of goes one way, the other way. So it could go both ways here. So we're going to be tracking this midweek. It's set to arrive sometime during the afternoon and evening for Michigan on Wednesday. Of course, we're probably going to see the effects of that a little bit before that, but expect the arrival sometime during the day on Wednesday. And that's going to be probably in the way of rain. We're not expecting much in the way of any impacts right now of anything strong or severe. That may change, though, especially if this takes a more western track through, say, Wisconsin, Illinois, or even up the Lake Michigan coastline there in the UP. If it does take a more western track, at that point, we become a little bit more concerned for severe weather. Regardless, though, the rain with this is expected to be quite significant. So looking at the correlating days here from the WPC, the Weather Prediction Center, this is going to be your excessive rainfall. So starting with the Tuesday timeframe, we are in a marginal risk for excessive rainfall. This is your flooding risk. Southern Michigan there along the 94 corridor, that will be the first effects of remnant hurricane Beryl. It's going to be a tropical depression when it gets to us. It's not going to be a hurricane, so don't worry about that. It'll be a tropical depression. So that's for Tuesday. We go to Wednesday, and the majority of the lower peninsula is in a risk for excessive rainfall. A slight risk exists for much of the state, but further north you go, we're in a marginal there for, again, that flooding risk for Tuesday and Wednesday. The effects of Beryl being felt here, mainly in the form of rain, but also expect some gustier winds, 20 to 40 miles per hour, still possible with these remnant tropical systems. So don't rule out a few gusts in there. Overall, severe threats can be highly dependent on your amount of instability being available. Right now, we're not seeing too much to be concerned about midweek, but that can change pretty quickly. These things are very fluid to track, so we'll have updates every day. If anything looks to change, we'll have it up there on our Facebook page immediately for you guys to keep an eye out for that. But right now, severe weather is not an expectation, but just keep in mind that it may trend that way should certain dominoes fall correctly. All right. So outside of that, the midweek time frame, especially from roughly, we're going to say Wednesday, Thursday, and perhaps Friday as well, we have a lot of rain in the area. That's going to drop our temps down. So expect temps in the 70s for the majority of us here in Michigan come that midweek, Wednesday, Thursday at very least time frame. Friday kind of still up in the air. Friday's leaning toward the warmer side of things, but cloud cover could remain, so it could dampen things. So expect at least a cooler midweek Wednesday and Thursday for you before we kind of move back up into the mid to upper 80s come maybe Friday, but definitely Saturday and Sunday as well. Going back to the model of what we're going to call the GFS here, we're going to use the GFS here. Looking at everything here, precip chances, stuff like that, we're going to look at scattered showers tomorrow, which is Monday, which is right here on your screen. We get into Tuesday, we should be on a more so drier side, but as we get toward Tuesday night into Wednesday, early Wednesday morning, that's when the rain starts kicking up there. So there's your rain moving up late Tuesday into Wednesday morning. That's going to dump a lot of rain. It's going to be really tropical environment. It's going to be a lot of moisture there, heavy rainfall rates. That's why we have that slight and marginal risk of excessive rainfall in effect for Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, so move that through the time frame there. We're going to go through Wednesday here. Rain moves out. Come Thursday, we do have some scattered showers on this model, although we're not seeing much in the way of anything, maybe pop-up storms on Thursday. As we get toward Friday, again, same picture there, not expecting too much to happen on Friday. As we get toward the weekend, though, especially into that Saturday, Sunday, Monday time frame, activity does look to pick up. So this model here ends, we're going to end this at Sunday. Let's go ahead and dive into what we call our wind shear overlap with instability, which is what we look for really for potential severe threats far in advance. So this is just a general guideline here to keep an eye on things. So moving this forward through the period into next weekend here, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is going to be Friday here. We're seeing the coloration, better environment for severe could extend over here to the west of us. But notice how it's trying to brush here into Michigan on Friday. Overall, Friday should be on the drier side of things, perhaps some pop-up storms. We're going to wait to narrow that down. But overall, big system-wise, Friday looks okay. Saturday is when the concern starts to grow here with that system. And also Sunday, especially, we go into Sunday here, that's when we really start to see the brighter colors indicating a better environment showing up here around the Michigan area. So the broad takeaway from this is the end of the week into perhaps early next week, severe weather chances activity-wise will probably ramp up there. Perhaps Friday, probably going to be closer to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, though. All right. Again, it's really far out. We're not locking anything in. It's just mentioning at this point in time, it's a time frame to watch for more activity severe wise. In agreement with that, though, is the CSU learning model. We do have this model we use quite often for long range. It does a pretty good job indicating where higher probabilities could be for severe chances. Right now for Sunday, it does highlight Wisconsin and Michigan in the higher, so to speak, probability zone. So the model here is picking up on that as well. So outside of that, the severe chances this week are quite low at this point in time. If anything were to happen tomorrow, damaging winds would be the concern. That's a low chance across the state. No one area has a higher chance than the rest, but also midweek, watch that time frame in particular, perhaps for Beryl. We have a lot of enhanced wind shear there. Vorticity could try to spin some stuff up. Sure, it's a tropical system. It does have the potential to do that, but it's going to take a lot more than just that spin to get things going. So we'll watch all the days here. It's going to be a busy week to track, but we got you guys covered here. So with that being said, I'll end this by saying the next 3 months, this is going to be the easiest long-term forecast ever. Go off the CPC guidance here, showing us the 6 to 10 day, 8 to 14 day, 1 month, and then 3-month outlooks. Every single outlook on here has Michigan above average in temperatures and above average in precip. It's the easiest long-term forecast. So expect warmer than average and wetter than average conditions now through, we're going to say, probably August, end of August. Of course, we're going to have some cool downs in there. Not every day is going to be, scorching hot, nothing like that. But the overall average, take all 30 days, combine them for the average, should trend above your average temperature for this time of year. All right. Easiest long-term forecast ever, but that's your general gist of things for the long term. All right. Any questions, guys? There's a lot to cover here, a lot going on. So if you guys got questions, shoot them our way. If you're just joining us, I would highly suggest backing up 10 minutes and watching the first 10 minutes of the stream. We cover everything you need to know in detail. All right, let's go pop out the chat here. Did I miss anything, Joel?
I don't believe so.
Temperature-wise, I know I didn't cover too much on that, but tomorrow will be quite warm, probably close to 90 in spots. That midweek time frame, rain's going to be the picture. So it's going to be cooler, probably in the 70s, but as we get toward later week, especially out of that tropical system, it's going to warm back up there closer to 90 for the end of the week.
And remember, for everyone, for temperature average this time of year in July, the average kind of runs around the low 80s is your average high. So it's our hottest month in the entire year. And then when you get into August and September, that temperature obviously starts to go down. And so averages around for August and September usually trend to be in the mid to low 70s. So keep that in mind. Above average would be above that mid to low 70s mark. So you'll probably see a lot of 80-degree days here in the next 2 months, at least.
So how are we looking tonight? It's a good question. So there is some showers and storms out there right now. Specifically, the UP near Watersmeet, there's a pretty good storm up there. It's actually a strong storm, not severe, but it is on the stronger side of things. The only other place that's getting rain right now in the state is Southwest Michigan, and in particular, Berrien County, and probably points around there, perhaps Cass County as well as parts of Van Buren. Looks like some general rain there. I don't see too much in the way of lightning activity, but those are the only two spots in the state. Overall, should be a pretty dry night for the majority of us. No severe weather is expected tonight. Oh, great question, Jesse. Great question. So, what is the amount of rain expected with the Beryl remnants? So that's a really good question. We do have the excessive rainfall out here from the SPC or from the WPC for Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to say, as a general guideline, 1 to 4 inches for south central lower Michigan, perhaps locally higher. So that's going to be highly dependent on the track being nailed down with this cone right here. That's going to be the nailed down track, roughly 1 to 4 inches. So that's going to fall within probably a 36-hour time period. So definitely localized flooding, perhaps some widespread flooding if the conditions become right. Although we are in the drier side here in Michigan, so we may be able to handle a lot of this. But I'm sure with 4 inches falling in about a 24 to 36-hour period, we're going to probably deal with some type of flooding here come midweek. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Yes, it is a tropical depression. It is not going to be a hurricane when it gets to us. No worries with that. Ow. Avoid Detroit freeways. That's a great advice there for flooding. Seems like Detroit freeways always are flooding over. Anything bad in Grand Rapids this week? So really can't tell you this far in advance. Midweek and end of the week gets pretty dicey in terms of confidence. But yes, we do have some chances of severe this week for sure. Tomorrow is a very, very low chance of that happening. Can't really say where. It's going to be scattered pop-up storms. But perhaps tomorrow a stronger storm or two. But then midweek, watch the remnants of Beryl. That could try to, spark something, but overall doesn't look likely at this point. And then the real concern that I have for more so potential severe comes late week, towards the weekend next week. No, Isaac, and you're not going to see me do that.
Uh-oh, what's he saying?
Don't even, no, just don't bother. Any questions, guys? What is going on in the admin chat?
Nothing.
Will you cover flash flood warnings? Everything flash flood warning related is automatically posted to the page. If anything looks to be life-threatening, we will jump on and go live, yes. Although we probably can't really tell you guys much else besides, hey, this is life-threatening, stay home, or get to a higher ground. But overall, chasing-wise, we'll see.
It depends. I mean, especially if it's like a flash flood emergency. Because again, for severe and tornado warnings, they have tiered warnings. Well, flash flood warnings also have tiered warnings. So they have flash flood warning considerable, and flash flood emergency, which is just the equivalent. It's kind of like, tornado emergency, where it's like, yeah.
Right. So it's going to depend heavily on how it all trends. We could very well be on the low end of things, get like an inch of rain, or we could be on the high end of things, get 4 inches of rain, and we'll be talking about flooding at that point. That's the third comment I've seen about my shirt being really cool today. It's just a person holding a brain saying, please use it. So, yeah. I've had this shirt for a few years. I like it. Got a $5 super chat from Storm Chaser Blaine, aka Bruh, said that Isaac told Joel to hit the gritty.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Ryan. Isaac says, Bruh told me to tell you to hit the gritty, Ryan.
Not happening. Not happening.
Did.
Yeah, Joel already did. Thanks, guys, by the way. Appreciate your support.
Once we get to 20K subs here on YouTube, that's when I dance again. So keep that in mind.
Do we have merchandise? Yes, we do. It is found at helicity.co. The link is right there on your screen. If you visit that website, there should be a tab on the left side. I believe it's on both desktop and mobile for Michigan Storm Chasers. You click that, it'll take you to our merch.
Couple people asking about their locations on here.
I see Caseville, and I see again Grand Rapids and Grayling and Sault Ste. Marie. So generally speaking, for severe chances, quite low for the majority of us through the week. Again, tomorrow features a low chance of a stronger storm or two across the state. Can't really say when or where or if. It just looks to be scattered development. 1 or 2 storms may try to be strong or severe tomorrow. Overall chance is quite low. Midweek, I would say Southern Michigan would have a best chance of any severe weather if anything were to happen with Beryl. Next weekend, to be specific, definitely has potential for severe, but it's too far out to get specific with locations. So overall chance this week across the state is low. So no one place has a higher chance than any other spot. As far as the rainfall goes, most of the heaviest rainfall will be, again, south central, lower Michigan, from, we're going to say, Mount Pleasant to the south. So if you know where Mount Pleasant is on the map, go south from there and go south. That would be the best chance for anything flooding wise this week. Is it just going to be rain? So right now, the expectation is just rain, perhaps rumble of thunder. Now, if certain conditions can come together, such as instability, we may look at a few of these showers or perhaps storms becoming strong to severe with Beryl. That chance right now is extremely low. We got a few days to figure this out, and these things are very fluid. They change a lot, so bear with us. Right now, don't expect too much. If that changes, Facebook page will be updated as soon as we know. The gritty is a dance move.
Yep.
That we started a tradition here where Joel will dance every milestone we hit on YouTube. So I think the next milestone is 20,000 subscribers. Once we hit that, he'll do another dance. It's a bit of an incentive to get you guys to hit the subscribe button.
Yeah. 161,000 followers on Facebook, but only 15,000 on YouTube. So
I saw a little overlap on model runs. Am I correct to assume that for tomorrow? I'm assuming you're meaning wind shear and instability. The answer is yes, but nothing too big to be concerned about. So go ahead and run that through again for you guys for tomorrow's atmosphere. Really want to see yellows, oranges, reds for a better environment. This model is just kind of throwing out scattered little pinpricks of a little bit of a higher corridors, perhaps, of better atmosphere conditions. It's not going to be that big of a concern. But again, if things can go correctly tomorrow for severe, we may see one or two storms try. It's not going to be an entire day to plan out around it, nothing like that, no. But do be prepared for tomorrow. Some storms may try to be strong. And there is currently no risk from the SPC for tomorrow besides your general thunder. They did mention perhaps adding one somewhere in the region. Just not gonna know where or if until we have more confidence in a bit higher corridors of probabilities, stuff like that. Is Allegan County expecting storms tonight? Perhaps yes, although overall it shouldn't be that big of a deal. There are some storms off to your south. In fact, there's some showers in the western part of the county now. Storm-wise, I don't see any lightning with these, but yeah, prepare for some rain at the very least. It should not be a big deal. Unless you have outdoor plans, then yeah, it's a big deal. But you're worried about severe weather? Nah.
Yeah, spotty rain in the Lansing area tomorrow. Your better chance of rain again is going to be that Wednesday, Thursday time frame.
Is Hurricane Beryl going to be strong, going as strong as Hurricane Harvey in Texas? Don't think so. Don't think so. It's expected to be a Category 1 as it hits landfall. I believe it's about to make landfall fairly soon, tonight at least. Yeah, it's almost on land. Not quite yet. Is it just heavy rain Wednesday? So the expectation right now is yes. Just rain, perhaps rumble of thunder. Severe chances do appear quite low, but we keep saying it's a fluid forecast. Things can change with these tropical systems. So best to stay tuned just in case things change. If they do, we'll post about it on our page as soon as we have confidence to. But right now, it should just be some heavier rains. What are the hail expectations for Wednesday? So hail, if there's any severe threat midweek, it's not going to be hail. It's not going to be hail. No expectation for that. All right. Any other questions, guys?
Never understand how the effects get so far to Lake Michigan. Yeah. It's if you guys remember Cristobal back in 2020, it took that western path kind of the same thing. We had a lot of rain. There was a few severe thunderstorm warnings with Cristobal, but nothing tornado-wise. But it was favorable for tornadoes that day because it took that western path. So basically, what Ryan was saying earlier is, if we're looking for severe weather with Beryl, it would have to take like a western path up, Wisconsin, Lake Michigan. But right now, it is currently tracking more to the east.
Right.
They call it the cone of uncertainty, I believe, or something like that. So it can go anywhere inside that cone and outside of it too.
We'll see. I'm not entirely sure how often this gets updated, but this will get updated multiple times a day, I believe.
Yeah.
It
Flash
changed.
flooding.
Yes.
Sorry, I was going to say flash flooding definitely possible.
Yep. We are in a WPC excessive rainfall outlook for Tuesday, the 94 corridor, and a marginal risk there. But Wednesday is the day that we expect the bulk of the precip here, and that's why we're in a slight risk for excessive rainfall, aka flooding, for the lower part of Michigan here. So definitely a concern. Between 1 to 4 inches of rain is the expectation. Getting specific this far out, just can't do that just yet. But yes, it will rain, likely with this system.
Yeah. How often are they updating the prediction tracks? I believe they put out an advisory every couple hours.
I believe they do. I'm not an expert with this either, so like
right.
I can perhaps find it on here somewhere, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah. Because the National Hurricane Center puts out an advisory, because hurricanes are very fluid. They're always moving, and always the impacts, the winds are going up and down. And so they put out advisories very frequently, especially if it has hurricane-like conditions. They get a little more sporadic, I think, towards the end of the life cycle. But I think it's probably every 3 to 6 hours, I guess, if I had to assume here, for a new advisory, which is an update of that cone. Yellow means slight risk for rain. So it's kind of similar to our convective outlooks, where it's 5%, 15% sort of thing, probabilities.
Yep.
So 15% chance of flooding, or excessive rainfall, I should say. That's not the severe risk.
And that is within a 25-mile point as well. So it does correlate quite well to the SPC outlook.
In terms of guidelines, it's not slight for severe.
Right. What are the chances Hurricane Beryl moving more west in Michigan? So again, that cone of uncertainty, so to speak, it could definitely track on a more westerly basis. But right now, it's not expected to track too far west. If that changes, obviously, they'll update that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we are not, full disclaimer, we are not hurricane experts. So this is not our specialty, although it is similar to a low pressure system. So it does act similarly. So we can get ideas of stuff like that. But overall,
yeah, we have a lot of the S and the L and slim for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of shear, a lot of lift.
Yep.
Right, and that's what we're here for, Brittany. Post-tropical depression brings a lot of rain, and right now we're showing you this map that it's still on track to, impact us.
And tropical depressions can also produce wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour as well. So it will get likely gusty. Keep in mind as well, when we have a lot of rain saturating the ground with like 40-mile-an-hour winds, that can take down some smaller trees too, because rain can loosen the soil up. The roots become weaker. Trees can topple more easily as well. So there is some hazard even with weaker winds, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Typically not usually, but 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts, with really saturated grounds can really do some damage to trees.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, we promote weather safety here, so we want to make sure you guys have the heads up for any weather impacts. So flash flooding is just as much as a killer as damaging winds can be. So I saw a comment about, can Lake Michigan fuel this? Lake Michigan is a huge body of water, but it would have to be like 90 degrees and probably 4 times larger. Yeah. And Lake Michigan is far from 90 degrees right now.
Yeah, we're still in the 60s there.
It never even gets up to 90. If we did, I think we'd have algae problems.
Does hail mean tornado? Sometimes, Jesse. It can be a precursor in supercell storms to tornadoes, but hail in general does not mean tornadoes. I guess the right answer, the more proper answer would be in certain aspects, yes, but most aspects, most of the time, no, not really. Any other questions, guys?
A lot of trees down in Mesquite a couple weeks ago. Yep, that was a big day for us. Staying up all night.
That was actually kind of fun. It was kind of fun.
Pulling an all-nighter is fun.
It was fun hanging out with you, Joel, until it got to the point we had to go live, and yeah, that's a whole story.
Yeah, and then I was asleep at the start.
Joel had just fallen asleep.
Yeah, I was trying to take a quick nap, and I missed the first 5 minutes of that.
Obviously not fun to track a damaging storm, nothing like that. No, that's not fun at all. But like behind the scenes, we had a lot of fun doing that stream, leading up to it as well.
Really, and getting personal with you guys is always something we like to do too. So, right, about what you guys are doing, stuff like that, weather in your area.
Excited for the new Twister movie? Yes, there is a large group of us going to see that on July 18th. So we are excited.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our partner chasers are going to be out with us as well. So we are definitely pumped for that. Yeah, and Drew here in chat, he was out in Whitehall, I think, actually chasing that windstorm in Muskegon. And he didn't have any service whatsoever. So many trees down. He was getting, as he said, getting lit up with lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Drew was in here with us as well. Before we went live, Drew was in here talking with us. He was out chasing, getting in position. There's a lot of lightning up there.
Go to the drive-in.
We're not going to say where we're seeing it at. But that'd be an experience for sure. Going to see it at a drive.
Ice chips and Flint. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just reading the comment about ice chips and Flint, how ice and sun. I'm guessing that has to do with the cirrus clouds probably up there in the higher altitudes. I remember it's like minus 50 degrees up there. And if you get moist profile up there in the higher altitudes, you can get ice around the sun, especially if it's like right in front of the sun. We call it like a 22-degree halo or whatever. That's when it gets like rainbowy and a circle around the sun. So it's kind of cool. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
No, I got nothing. Will you guys be live while the heavy rain or if only severe weather? So the plan right now is only severe weather. However, if there is like a life-threatening flash flood out of all this, we'll probably hop on briefly.
Mm-hmm.
But also posting does a lot as well. All flash flood warnings do get posted automatically to the page as well. So if there's any warnings you need to know about, you just go to the page and just keep an eye on that. But also the emergency app by Red Cross, I believe there's flood warnings for that, Joel, on that app, or no?
Yes.
Yep. So we have the app here from the Red Cross. We are not sponsored by them, so just full transparency here. It's just an app that we recommend you guys have on your phone as a way to receive warnings. You can always download that as well to get alerted if anything flood related gets issued, but also tornadic, severe, et cetera, et cetera. So great app to have set up for your location. It'll alert you. It's a very useful tool.
For those who watch our streams often with the tornado warnings going off, like especially Friday when it went off, is so loud.
Yeah, it was. I can vouch for that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions here? When is peak tornado season? So peak tornado season is right now. Technically in Michigan, it's June. The month of June has historically the most tornadoes, but our typical average year is roughly from May to around August. So we'll be in the active period here. Although severe weather happens every month, can happen every month of the year, as long as conditions are right. Usually the peak season is right now. July is definitely a part of that. But it's been kind of on the quieter side for July, so to speak, compared to June and May. It's been on the quieter side so far the first 7 days here in July. So
we are early though.
Yeah, especially with this potentially active stretch coming up here. Now I'm going to say potentially because they're still a week out from it, but definitely some activity showing up on the models long term. So perhaps perhaps an active mid-July on hand for us.
It's funny Detroit Legend mentions that it's in review right now. Have you guys ever witnessed any tornadoes in Michigan? Depending on what the guys say in chat about what I captured on film from the Claire tornado on Friday. So that would be my first Michigan tornado if confirmed.
Yes, I've seen a few myself as well. Kingston 2017, Portage this year, Colon last year. What else? I think there's like one or two more I've seen. It's hard to keep track.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we will hit our average number for tornadoes this year? That's a great question. Yes, I do think we will. I do. We are at 11 so far. We had that one confirmed from the 5th here in Clare County. And then that's number 11. We have 5 more to go for our average. We should be able to get to that number within this month and next month and perhaps September as well. And again, we also kind of watch that we call second season into November. Sometimes we get a ramp up about a week or so of warmer temperatures that can spark some more severe late season. So that's always one to watch as well because those late fall seasons are really typically higher sheared. So those are also a time frame to watch. So we should get 5 more tornadoes between now and the end of the year.
Port Hope, just a funnel cloud at the current time. Yes, I don't think they have any plans to confirm anything there. So
I haven't heard an update
by now.
Yeah, they were looking. NWS Detroit was looking for damage or any evidence of that funnel cloud touching down. For those of you who don't know, there was a video of a funnel cloud from multiple chasers up in Huron County from the 5th. Although NWS Detroit, for a tornado to be confirmed, they got to confirm damage or touch ground via video. And that has not happened yet. So all we can really tell you is a funnel cloud at this point. If that one does get confirmed, that'd be number 12 on the year. But right now, it doesn't look like it will be. No, it did not, Detroit Legend. It did not. Not yet, at least. But being that we're 2 days after, I wouldn't think they would unless something pops up that they review and say, okay, there it is on the ground, and they can confirm it that way.
Yes, we have had a tornado winter time this year. February 27 was technically winter.
We had 2 of them that night.
It was Grand Blanc. Grand Blanc and Marshall.
That was an interesting way to kick off our severe coverage in the year. That was a very intriguing night. What is the best way to find you during severe weather? Right here on YouTube, Bethel. You just search Michigan Storm Chasers. We're also simultaneous on Facebook, although we always say the experience overall is better on YouTube. You can have the live chat. We have a lot of more options. You can run polls. A lot more fun and chat over on YouTube. But Facebook is also, you can watch it on Facebook as well. So it's really your preference. And somebody here mentioned as well that Facebook doesn't have as many ads as YouTube. So that's also a plus. You want to watch Facebook, but there's pros and cons to both. So you find out what works for you. Thank you for the $5 super chat, DJ. says, hey, can you give us an update on
Kalamazoo this week.
this week? Yeah, I see that. So this week for Kalamazoo, perhaps some storms tomorrow. Again, that's going to be like a pop-up basis, so you may or may not get a storm tomorrow. Wouldn't be shocked if 1 or 2 storms across the state become strong, perhaps severe. Low chance for that overall. Midweek, a lot of rain for you in Kalamazoo. No severe weather currently expected midweek with the Beryl remnants. But the end of this week toward next weekend, bears watching for severe weather. Again, no specifics on that, but the overall severe weather chances definitely do increase into the weekend.
Yes.
And then as far as temperatures go, tomorrow will be the hottest day, probably close to 90. And then midweek will cool down with the rain from Beryl. And then after that, we'll go back up into the mid to upper 80s, likely toward 90 degrees for the end of the week. So that's your week in advance. That goes for pretty much the entire state, really, not just for Kalamazoo.
Kind of all in this together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except with the rainfall. I mean, the rainfall is the only thing that we expect to be highest in South Central, Lower Michigan. Like that's the only real difference between the forecasts this week. Kevin, gifting 10 memberships. Thank you, Kevin, and welcome to the team, guys. Who just got gifted. What do you think, Joel? Should we do 5 of our own?
Maybe. Yeah. If you guys are not subscribed on YouTube, that's another thing. Is if you are subscribed on YouTube, you have a chance to get gifted memberships. That's not a thing that's on Facebook. So again, those memberships are 30 days. If you want to up it after 30 days, that is on you guys to do. So again, thank you, Kevin, for your generous support of the channel.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Let's go ahead and gift 5 of our own here. So we're going to give you a 2-minute warning here. If you guys are not subscribed, go hit the subscribe button, come on back, maybe you'll get your membership. We're going to go ahead and do 5 here we're going to say 8:51. So we'll give you about 2.5 minutes or so.
Yep.
I'm not sure how much time is left in this minute, but 8:51.
That's another thing. Make sure to enable gifts. And I just looked at it. I figured out how to do it. I think it's the money button, and then there's a settings tab on it. And it should say, just click on it. But again, we are about to give away 5 memberships on us for you guys here that are subscribed on YouTube. So feel free to do that here.
Is a storm in Southwest Michigan dangerous? Right now, no. It's not expected to be dangerous. We'll look at radar just to make sure, not missing anything, although no severe is expected today. Just want to make sure. The storm in the UP has been on the stronger side. That's also weakening now. But yeah, no, nothing to worry about there in Southwest Michigan.
Yeah. Will we go live for severe flooding? Potentially. If it's like considerable to flash flood emergency, then yes. And flash flood emergencies is basically the equivalent of like you're in like a life-threatening situation if you're in a low-lying area. Basically, yeah. It's kind of like a tornado emergency. Basically, there's a tornado on the ground and it's coming towards you and it's causing significant damage, basically. So.
This is your 1-minute warning for gifted memberships. We're going to give away 5 here in about a minute.
Mm-hmm. Flash flood emergencies are spooky. Yeah. I believe they trigger the WEA as well on your phone.
If that's the case, Detroit News or Detroit Legend, that should be confirmed, and it has not been yet. I'm going to go ahead and check out the DAT real quick.
Yeah, if it's not in the public information statement, then it's not official.
I don't see it on the DAT site either.
Average Michigan gets hail over the summer. Michigan gets a lot of hail. A lot of it kind of falls where the seasons change, just basically given that our temperature profile is a lot more sporadic in terms of colder and warmer air in the changing months. So steeper lapse rates.
All right, guys, it's 8:51. So let's go ahead and give away 5 memberships here. Let's go ahead and do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going. There we go. Looks like Maverick, Bonsai, Kirsten, Julie, and Robbie all got gifted memberships. So congrats, guys.
Welcome to the team. Again, those are 5 gifted memberships on us for you guys. So hope you guys appreciate them.
Hey, there's Bonsai in chat. Says thanks, y'all. Yeah, no problem. Again, we don't choose those. They're at random. So really, thank YouTube.
Maverick as well. You got it. And again, those are 30 days in length. If you want to up them after 30 days, that is on you guys to do. Otherwise, it'll just automatically cancel.
All right. Any questions we missed here? Yes, Bonsai. We did see that. The information on that's on our page. We have a video of that tornado on our page as well. It's also on YouTube. It's a short on our YouTube page as well as our TikTok. So I believe that was John who sent that in to us. He allowed us to post it. So thank you to John. That was a great video there on Lake George of that tornado. So. All right. Any more questions here?
We dance for member amount milestone. It's always fluctuating, though, is the problem.
Wait, what was that?
Will you dance for member amount milestone?
Yeah, it's always fluctuating.
It's always going up and down.
If we want to do like maybe because we can see who was gifted and then who was like a recurring member. We can tell the difference between the two. So if we do like recurring members milestones, that could be something we could look into.
Mm-hmm.
With all the gifts and stuff like that, it's hard to keep track sometimes because it changes every day.
Make a calendar. They're expensive.
We already had it. We actually have a calendar that we were going to release until we realized it cost like $50 to release, to make shipping, the production cost, and make like $3 on it in profit. So that was just going to be like, nah, it's too expensive. $50 for a calendar seems excessive. We're not going to charge you guys that.
Tell me how Weather Underground works. Don't know if there's lightning or if it's just rain with the stuff in Southwest Michigan currently.
Weather Underground does not have lightning to my knowledge. As far as the lightning goes for Southwest Michigan, I don't see anything on RadarScope or Omega that says it's happening. So it should just be rain showers. Maybe a rumble of thunder in there, but I don't see that. Bethel, you can go to our website, michiganstormchasers.com. It's in our link tree, actually. If one of our admins on Facebook, actually, I'll drop it. Hold on.
It's also scrolling at the bottom of the page, too, or bottom of our stream right now.
Yeah, I can give you the direct link for it.
Can we give a review on how accurate things were after the Twisters movie? I don't know.
We could do like a breakdown of it.
Yeah, spoiler alert, though.
It'd be kind of hard to do that without getting copywritten, though.
True. I was gonna say we can check to see if there's actually lightning going on there in Southwest.
All right, so Bethel, I'm getting your link here. If you haven't got there already, but here's our link tree. There should be a button on. There is a button on there to the directly donate if you'd like to do that.
No lightning currently in Southwest Michigan. Looks like just heavy showers Perhaps an extra lightning bolt could pop out of them. The atmosphere was kind of juiced today with it being in the 80s, so lightning is possible, but right now not currently happening. Go live for a brief moment before going into the theater with everyone in our Chaser Partner Network group.
Good. We did look great.
What's up, guys? We're about to dominate Twisters movie. This is a particularly dangerous theater experience situation.
Thank you, Heather, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the team.
Thank you, Heather.
What's y'all's favorite radar application? Ooh.
GR2.
Yeah, GR2 for sure. When chasing, radar scope. When broadcasting, it's a tie between Omega and GR2. I'm finding very quickly that GR2 can do everything that Radar Omega can, plus some.
Mm-hmm.
But Omega is like the roads and stuff that you guys care about, and that's very vital. So they're both good in their own way. But GR2 is a great all-around computer product.
Least favorite form of precipitation? Sleet, probably.
That's a hard one. I like it all. I don't have a. I mean, snow maybe. Like I like snow if it's like the beginning of the year and the end of the year. Like okay, last snow, first snow. I get excited for that, but like in between, it's like really more snow.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
A lot of questions coming in now. Holy cow! There's food debates. Updates from certain places. GR2 is $250.
That's the downside of it, but the one-time thing.
It's a one-time payment, yeah.
So again, guys, I know there's probably a lot of people asking here in chat about locations for certain time frames and days. Overall consensus this week: tomorrow, scattered pop-up storms are possible across the state. No one place has a higher or lower chance of getting that. It's just going to be random, scattered. Some of those, or not going to say some, one or two of those may be on the stronger side. That overall confidence is low. Midweek, rainfall potential, flooding potential increases south of Mount Pleasant. That's going to be for Tuesday, Wednesday. After that, we'll be on the drier side for Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, Monday, perhaps Saturday as well, storm chances increase, perhaps some severe weather. Confidence in exact areas this far out, and if severe weather is going to occur at all, is quite low. So expect some storms chances tomorrow, a lot of rain midweek, and then perhaps severe weather to end the week, and perhaps to start the next week as well. My chat is not scrolling, so I'm behind. There it goes.
My favorite storm chaser is myself. I'm just kidding. Reed Timmer is definitely up there, probably. Kind of just always been there. We've invited him here once or twice.
Is that a question in chat here?
Yeah. Well, they just asked who our favorite storm chaser is.
Gotcha.
I jokingly said myself, but. Supercell WX is like GR2, but it's free. Yeah, but GR2 is the thing. But yeah, I know that's another one for PC. So if you guys can't get GR2, no worries there. How do you deal with tornado anxiety? Is it the first step to admit that you have it or something like that? I can't remember the steps.
So it's a touchy subject for most people, but it's also an easier subject too, because the thing about anxiety about tornadoes and stuff like that and severe weather in general, those who have it are hyper aware. I say this almost every single time somebody asks us this question. Your awareness is 95% of the entire part of being safe. If you are aware and hyper aware, especially when you have anxiety, you're already ahead of 80% of the population. You know what to do in the event of a tornado or severe weather in general. Most people don't. Like you already have all the knowledge that you need. If you don't, there are multiple ways to receive it. You feel free to message us. We can give you the guidance and stuff like that as well. But overall, your anxiety is most likely tied to hyper awareness. That hyper awareness is all you need to be prepared and to be safe. So as long as you take your precautions, you're going to be just fine. I hear a cat.
Yes, you're about to see the cat. He's being a little feisty, though.
I think this is the third stream in a row that Joel's cat makes an appearance. What's up, Hurricane?
Mm-hmm.
Meow.
Stop grunting. Come on. Such a big floof.
Oh my goodness. He's gonna want out here in a second. I closed my door. Yeah, isn't it ironic? We're talking about Hurricane and Hurricane made an appearance. Oh my goodness. Can you hear that? Can you explain how lakes kill storms? Yes, so that the lakes kind of act as a stable air, cold air, or just a big temperature inversion between warm and cold air is the main source of that. I have to let my cat out. He's clawing at the door.
New icon needed. All right. You're going to get a Hurricane cat sticker for you members. We got you. I got you.
I'll have to send you a picture of Hurricane so you can put it in. Do that after the stream. And see when I quit the stream.
We'll get you guys a sticker for Hurricane. Hurricane Floofinator.
Mm-hmm.
High cat risk. Like it. PDS cat warning. Love it. Did we explain how lakes kill storms?
Yeah. Stable air. Temperature inversions. They don't always kill storms. Go ahead.
Looking through comments here. Make sure I didn't miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew has a good question about 5 minutes ago. How do you tell a shortwave trough on model runs? That's a great question. We're going to break down how to forecast or how we forecast after the season. But it's actually quite simple. Like with these black lines, especially when you see, like, for example, in the model, when you see ripples in these black lines that like match, kind of like right here, you see how this, the little bump out here, like there's something going on there, whether that's a front or a short wave or et cetera, et cetera. That's one way to tell it. They're not all easy to depict like this one is, but that's the general gist of it. This looks to be a warm front at least. This looks to be a low pressure over here. But these little ripples here and those little black lines, that's your short wave, that's your cold, your warm front, etc.
Long waves are more with the subtropical jets and the polar jets, and so you have to look at like the 250 millibar maps for those, because you can see like the big. If you go on the 250 millibar maps, you can see like the big loops that go across the nation. Right. And that's where you can find your long waves. But within those long waves are also short waves.
Right. We're getting really technical here with our talks. So
yeah.
But yeah, we plan to make a whole series on how to do that and how to find stuff like that.
There's a perfect example right there. Look at that big U-shaped long wave trough up there. from middle of the screen to the right of the screen.
Yep.
That's all the long wave trough. And then each little tiny ripple in that long wave is a short wave.
Meteorology is so cool.
Mm-hmm. This is what I went to school for. I was symptotic meteorology for you.
Jesse asks, is gustnado a real phenomenon? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Gustnados are not officially tornadoes, though. They're usually just dust devils that spin up on the leading edge of storms, or sometimes on calm days they can happen too if conditions are right. But most gustnados happen on the leading edge of thunderstorms, and they're not tornadic.
Looking at that made my brain hurt. I'm sorry. The colors basically mean intensity of wind. That's all you need to know. So basically, where you saw the yellows and the reds, that's where the jet stream is ramping up a little bit faster. Julie is telling you to name the duck because we still haven't done that yet.
Oh, guys. We're about an hour. We're over an hour into the stream, so the real ones are on here watching. So long story short, one of our members here, if she wants to be made known, she can shout herself out in the comments. But I got a duck sent to me, and we got to name it. So I need ideas in the comments for this name. We're going to put a poll out on YouTube, and we're going to name the duck tonight. Okay, so take a look at him. He squeaks. He's a giant duck. Fits in my hand. Almost doesn't fit in my hand, but yeah. Feel free. Put some names in chat. We'll put 4 options on there for a poll. We'll run it. Got the poll ready. Start a poll. Duck name.
How many people do we have watching on YouTube right now? 100. Again, quick recap while Ryan's doing that. Looking at some scattered showers and storms tomorrow. Rain increases through Tuesday and especially into Wednesday and Thursday with post-tropical depression Beryl. And then we move into Friday where it may clear out for a little bit, but then we look into the weekend for perhaps some severe chances, which are a little bit far out at this point, and we'll kind of nail it down after Beryl kind of moves through. So we'll take it one day at a time. But again, something to note perhaps mid to late weekend next weekend. Again, the effects from Beryl will be pretty much statewide. Best chance of rain is going to be pretty much lower Michigan, south of central Michigan.
All right, names, guys. Need some names here. Let's see a few in chat. Drop those names, ideas. We plethora here to choose from.
What do you think about Tuesday evening for flights being delayed?
Should be okay. Rain will pick up later you get into Tuesday, but overall it shouldn't be anything to delay flights or anything like that. I have Pickles, I have Sir Squeaks a lot, and I have Lucky. I see a lot of people saying Ducknado, but is that really a duck name? It's a popular one being requested here, but is Ducknado actually a name? If you guys tell me yes, I'll go ahead and put it on there.
Name the duck chair.
Or we could also put it on our Facebook page or Facebook community page and have you guys vote that way too for more ideas.
More input.
More input, yeah.
Again, we only have 160 in here right now between both platforms. So I think we need more input from the big community.
We'll see.
You know what this means, Ryan, though? You have to take a selfie with it.
No, I'm not. No.
Or just take a picture of
it. After what just happened in the admin chat, no. No. Absolutely not. Darkwing Duck. Puddle
Callie
Splash.
makes a great point. Joel's cat's name is Hurricane, so anything can be a real name.
All right. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 polls really quickly. We're going to put 8 names on there. We're going to do the highest 4. We're going to put those on the community page for them to vote. How about that? Or no? I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some names though.
Yeah. So all right, we got first poll coming out here. All right, let's do these. Okay, polls up. Sarah, we are naming the duck that was sent to me via our Amazon wish list. And it's like a members only or members inside joke, so to speak, where we had a duck emoji for them. We still do. But it was based off of the flying duck in Frankenmuth, the inflatable giant duck that went flying in some wind, and it became a MSC inside joke, so to speak. So we're naming it either tonight or sometime soon. All right, let's go here. The poll is up. It should be up at least. I don't see it on my end, though. Oh, there it is. Right now, Ducknado is in the lead, 48%. Sir Squeaks the Lot's in second at 29%. We'll let it go for a minute.
That's on our YouTube live stream right now.
That's correct.
Okay.
Again, this is just round 1. We're going to put some more names in here, and we're going to take the top 4 and probably put them as ideas in the community chat to vote on. But this is unofficial. We'll see if the community has any other input.
Get yourself a real pet duck.
I don't think that can be a thing in where I live at.
The MSC farm coming soon.
Yes, Jesse, we saw it. In fact, we actually had a few partner chasers. In fact, Chandler, our staff member, was actually chasing that, but our partner Rob was also on that. He's got pictures of it and video as well. I believe you can find his work on his YouTube page. I believe it's just his name, Robert Forry, Forry. We should definitely have links to all of our partner stuff somewhere for people to go look at. But yeah, his name is just Robert Forry, Forry, and you should see a picture of like the storm. His video is up there, so feel free to go check that out. All right, poll has 45 votes. Ducknado is at 46%. Sir Squeaks a Lot is at 30%. All right, I got a few more names here to put in, so we're going to end this in about 2 or so minutes. We'll do another one here.
Sir Squeaks.
Get your votes in, guys. Got 47 of those. We're going to put it in about 2 more minutes, so we're going to take it down.
Did you guys see the footage of the F4 in Iowa? We're talking about the Greensburg one? Greenfield. Sorry.
Just talked about that.
Yeah. I just saw that the question kept getting repeated, so. I mean, the fact that it squeaks, I feel like it has to do something with squeaking. Also, the fact that squeaking is a common theme here at MSC with your chair also squeaking. That's obviously why, that was put on our wish list because of the squeaking. So kind of have to keep the theme going.
All right, 1 more minute, guys. Last chance to get your votes in. getting closer. Oh, no, it's not. All right. 30 more seconds. All right. We're going to go ahead and end this and put another poll out. So the results, number one, first place would be Duck NATO at 43%, Sir Squeaks a Lot at 29%, Pickles at 18%, and Lucky at 8%. All right, let's put one more out for the other names here. All right, ideas. We'll go back here through the chat here. Bethel, you can do that on our link tree. There should be a donate directly button if you want to donate. All right, I got a few good ones here in chat. I like this one a lot. I'm not going to say which one it is, but I like this one a lot. And while we're doing this, if you guys got questions about the incoming upcoming week, feel free to drop those in chat. Joel, you're muted.
Why?
I was wondering why you're...
I was laughing at Frank and Quack.
Okay, that'll be number 5 then, or number 4.
That was great.
These are really good ones too.
I was also reading off Sarah's comment. I love the silliness and shenanigans. Yes, we do dabble in that here at MSC.
When there's nothing going on serious, we like to chill out and get to know you guys and have some fun. So.
Mm-hmm.
Our admins and moderators have a chat behind the scenes, and you guys know who you are. You're making me crack up over here.
Do you have a mailbox address? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. It's P.O. Box 419. P.O. Box 419, Edwardsburg, Michigan 49112. That information's also on our link tree. And you can find our link tree on our Facebook page. It's pinned. Or if you're on YouTube, one of our moderators can drop that in chat. In fact, I think I can still do it here as well for Facebook. I can. There's Facebook. So you can click the link tree, click contact, you'll find our address there.
Oh, our very own Nick is in here now in chat.
Oh,
no. With a suggestion of Quackatawa.
All right, so I have the new poll options here. Quackula, as in Dracula, Dr. Waddles, Lightning Duck Queen, Frankenquack. Those are the 4 options. This will be the last poll here. We're going to take some of these suggestions, throw them in the community chat, and we will have a few other suggestions from those guys. We'll have an official naming party here. What do you think? Next weekly live stream, Joel? You think we should do it next week?
Sure.
Let's go ahead and do it next Sunday Night Weekly. We do this every week. We talk about the upcoming week of weather. So at the end of that stream, we'll go ahead and do a naming party here as well. So this one's a lot closer, guys. This new poll here. Frankenquack is at 38%. Dr. Waddles is at 30%. Lightning to Queen is at 28%. We got a lot of competition with this one.
And again, this poll is currently ongoing on our YouTube live stream. Again, we are live streaming currently on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. If you just search MI Storm Chasers, it should pop up, or Michigan Storm Chasers.
Beware of the quacking. That's funny. Make a third poll names. You guys are the real ones here. Got 140 guys watching us. We're all just having fun at this point. So, you guys want a third poll? We'll do a third poll.
Yeah, but that'll be it because we've been on here an hour 16 already. So
yeah. Okay. If you guys want a third poll, drop some more names in chat here. Man, this is a really close one.
poll not showing. Try reloading your stream if you're on YouTube.
You guys should make a Discord. We thought about it, but honestly, it's a lot of maintenance. We already have multiple accounts that we don't keep up with, such as TikTok. So
That may change though.
that may change. We've been brainstorming behind the scenes, so a lot of changes coming soon. All right, I see Twister. I see Quackin. Are they good ones? Okay, I'll put Quackin.
We can't do Quack and Loans due to affiliation with a advertiser.
Okay. Ooh, more Joel dancing on TikTok. I mean, if you can get him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have a tie for second place. We have 33 seconds left to go, guys. So Dr. Waddles and Lightning Duck Queen are tied at 28%. So, but Frank and Quack is at 36. Looks like he's going to take the lead or take the winner here. 15 seconds. $45 votes in. I got 47, 48. 10 more seconds, guys. Feel free to smash whatever name option.
I thought you were going to say smash the like button.
Hey, that too. All right, we're going to go ahead and end this here. Actually, it still says 4. There we go, sir. Time's up. All right, we're going to end this in 3, 2, 1. All right, results are loading. Frank and Quack at 36%, Dr. Waddles at 28%, Lightning DeQueen at 26%, Quackula at 8%. All right, one more poll, guys. We'll hop off here. I saw your text. Yeah. All right, more name ideas, guys. This will be the last one. I see Twister as a couple people throwing that out there. Do Twister.
So we did, yeah. Alicia makes a good point. We did Sir Squeaks a lot, right?
Yes.
We haven't done just Sir Squeaks. Just an idea, I guess.
Okay. We'll see if there's any other options here as well. We'll put it at number 2.
I say, like I said, I'm biased to the squeak. Some adding that squeak in there because it's the theme. But
I see a really good one in chat here. Although we probably couldn't use it.
whose comment is it?
Smith.
Yeah. Celebrity affiliation cannot use.
All right, I got Twister, Sir Squeaks.
Holy, people are saying quacking.
Okay, we'll do Quacking. Did we already do that one?
Did we?
I thought we did.
I don't think we did.
Hold up. No, we didn't. What? Yeah, Quackula. Okay.
Yep. Well, sounds like quacking's an option on here.
It is now. All right. One more name.
Slim.
Slim and quick. All right. Slim Squeaky. There we go. All right. Number 4. All right. Last poll going up, guys. We got Twister, Sir Squeaks, Slim Squeaky, and Quackin'. Polls up on YouTube. Is Michigan just getting rain? So tomorrow, potential for some stronger storms, low potential across the state. Midweek from Beryl, yes. Just some rain for right now. If that changes, let you guys know. And that may change because these tropical systems can be very fluid and change a lot. So stay tuned. But as of right now, no severe weather is expected with remnant hurricane Beryl. All right, last poll is up. 5-minute runtime. And we have a clear, definitive favorite out the gate. My dad's in chat saying Pipsqueak for my cat Pippy's and his duck. Okay, that's actually pretty clever. My cat's name is Pippy. So, Pipsqueak. Man, we have a clear-cut favorite here out of the 4 options. That is Quackin' at 48%. Second place would be Slim Squeaky. We got 4 minutes to go, though, so. Are you expecting any very low pressure with the remnants of Beryl? So, yes, it is a low pressure system. If you're talking like the exact, are you talking like exact millibar? Are we talking like that? Because we can pull it up here real quick and get that for you. Whoopsies. So yes, we are having a little bit of fun here, but we are still answering questions for the upcoming week. So feel free to drop those if you have any questions. But overall, the center of that low, it's not going to be very, very low. It's actually quite weak. Let's go ahead and get this back down here to a USA look.
Tornado risk very low, unless it shifts more west, and we'll look at perhaps some severe associated with Beryl. Given we do have a lot of slim and a lot of lift, just depends what side of that low we're on.
It's right around 1,000 millibars according to the NAM model, which is not a very deep low.
I remember it used to be like 930. It was category 5.
Yeah, right around 1,000 millibar.
It's gonna be windy. Look how close together those isobars are. Yeah, I had to think for a second.
All right, we got 2 minutes to go on this poll here on YouTube. Once this is answered, though, and we have some results, we'll go ahead and pop out of here. We've been here about an hour and a half talking about the upcoming week. So if you guys want to recap the first 12 or so minutes of this video, they do cover, we cover the upcoming week in detail. So feel free to go ahead and backtrack all the way to the beginning. I demand a recount. Well, this is not final. We're going to take these ideas to the community page. So expect to post sometime either tonight or probably tomorrow. It's kind of late tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. Unless there's severe tomorrow, then we focus on that. But next off day we get, which could be tomorrow, we'll get that up on the community page.
A third of the stream has been talking about a duck. Yep.
I wouldn't say a third.
Yeah.
Maybe a fourth.
Maybe a fourth. Nothing on the tornado in Lake George. It was confirmed.
No sirens, scary stuff. There was a warning in place.
Yep.
But I will say that warning did come I believe, after it crossed Lake George.
Yep.
Because it was on the ground for a few minutes before the warning was issued. So
There was a severe.
There was a severe in place with a possible tag. But again, yeah, you're right there. There was no tornadic warning for Lake George at that time. All right, we got a couple more seconds here. So 53 votes in so far. Looks like Quacken's going to win this one. Slim Squeaky in second place at 25. We're gonna wait to end this in a few. But third and fourth place is pretty close. So last chance to get your votes in. 3, 2, 1. And it's ended. Results. Waiting for them to pop in here. Why are they not popping in? Did anybody have the results pop in? Because they are not loading for me. I'll go to my mobile here and see if I can pull it up here. There it is. Quackin' 45%. Slim Squeaky at 24%. Sir Squeaks 16%. Twister at 13%. So now I got to take pictures of all these as for the results. And then go to the community and ask for favorites as well as other suggestions. And we'll have one final poll here next week on our weekly live stream. All right. What do you think, Joel? I see a few more questions come in. Are you muted, Joel?
I'm not anymore.
See a couple more questions here coming in. I think we already got the tornado risk. Is it a washout Wednesday all day? Likely going to be a pretty heavy rain day, so likely going to be a washout, Bill. Let's see here. MSC almost after dark. We're getting close. Once again, you guys call it for the NWS. We try our best. Although I will say we did not see anything on the ground on radar. But again, these tornadoes don't always have to show up on radar. So.
And I may have it on video, depending.
Yep. We'll have to kind of analyze that. Which I have not looked at that, Joel, yet. I didn't really have time until tonight. So I'll look at that here in a little bit.
I got to darken it a little bit so you can see it better because the normal I just uploaded the normal version. So.
Dawn says do a poll with the winners.
Just take it to the community page. We've been on here an hour and a half.
Now I'll be sitting here wondering if it's my chair or the duck. Goodness. You too, Amanda.
So if you want to mow your lawn, I would say do it probably in the next day or two because you're not going to get it done on Wednesday or Thursday.
And do keep in mind as well, tomorrow does have a chance for pop-up storms across the state. So just keep an eye on the sky or the radar if you have one, which everybody should have a weather app that has a little bit of a radar on it to at least let you know when rain's going to be there. So keep an eye on those. Joey, just some rain for you at this point, so it'll be fine in Oakland County. If anything changes with the remnant Hurricane Beryl, we'll let you guys know on the Facebook page as soon as we do. All right. But hour and a half stream here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going over the week ahead, answer some duck questions. So feel free to smash the like button on your way out. We appreciate every one of you. Come back next week to officially name the duck. All right. We'll see you guys likely throughout the week here. We have daily uploads on YouTube pumping out every morning, so stay tuned to those. If anything severe is ongoing, of course, we'll be live. If anything risk-wise pops up, we'll do briefings in the morning as well. So you guys have an awesome, safe week. Stay dry, stay cool, and we'll see you guys likely at some point this week. All right.
Take care, everybody.